Wow, my wonderful people, it's all been revealed that Ashiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu is being packaged the same way Umaru Musa Yar'Adua was packaged in 2007. APC Chieftain reveals, tells Nigerians that they need to watch out or they may have themselves to blame. Late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, we all know that the man was not too well. Everybody was aware. We all know exactly that, even some of the campaigns, he was not there. But guess what? Olusegun Obasanjo was head bent on this man taking over from him, and even when, with against all odds, he ensured that, he picked the man, he packaged him, and at the end of the day, he got what he wants. But again, like every product that is close to, his due date, we saw what happened to late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. Again, another episode is happening, and Chooks is telling us that this is exactly what is happening to our very own brother Ashiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, that the party knows too well what is going on, and guess what? He's been packaged. He said he doesn't want to use all his mouth to talk, but everybody should be able to understand where he's coming from. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. 2023, Tinubu is being packaged the same way late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua was packaged by Olusegun Obasanjo. With less than 8 weeks to the much anticipated presidential election in Nigeria, veteran journalist and political analyst Chooks has come out to explain why he thinks there are similarities in the campaign of the All Progressive Congress flag bearer Shiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu and the late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. Speaking during an interview on African Independent Television program on Friday morning, Chris Chooks said, who is the executive director of the Pilot newspaper, revealed that he was very much aware of how in 2007 the People Democratic Party handled late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua presidential campaign because he was sick at the time. Going further, the political analysts alleged that Umaru Musa Yar'Adua was often kept in the car for hours during the campaign and then presented to the crowd very briefly before being whisked away by his handlers. He said, I was working with Obasanjo's special advisor on domestic affairs, Senator Andy Obey, at that time. So we know how we were packaging Umaru Musa Yar'Adua for the campaign ground. They would keep Umaru Musa Yar'Adua in the car, just like what is happening now to Ashiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Everything is similar, and it's really a shame. They will keep him in the car, just like APC presidential candidates, where the people, when Tinubu is ready and when the people will come out and wait for hours, only for him to come out and talk in less than 1 minute. That's the end. That was the same thing we were doing with Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. I was among that campaign trail. If you came close to Umaru Musa Yar'Adua back then, you will clearly see that he was sick. Even Jonathan, as the vice president, couldn't even reach his boss because the man was sick. Talking to Jonathan was not the issue for him. It was that bad. People like General Dan Zuber, who was chief of army staff, scheduled Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, shielded him because they knew he was very sick. In fact, David Mark, who was Senate president, could not reach Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, but Danjuma Bukola has access to him. And let's not go back there. It was a very dark moment in our country history, and we have to pray that it does not repeat itself because we have passed through such before. We should not allow ourselves to go through another of such. I knew everything that happened, and the same thing is happening right now again before our very own eyes. This is exactly what is going on here and now. So, my people, you can see for yourself. Okay, you can see for yourself that whether they like it or not, what is happening is still going on. History have a way of repeating itself over and over again. Okay, history just have a way of repeating itself, and what happened back then is coming back again, and every single one of us can see that the people you thought maybe interested in making a change in this country, sincerely are really looking out for themselves, how they could possibly, get things that could, give them an opportunity, okay, an opportunity for them to have, access to the corridor of power. Okay, so it is what it is. And if anything is going to change, if we are going to become a nation where truth must become expanded, we must be very careful what we are doing. Every single thing we're doing right now, we decide what will be happening next. Every single thing we're doing right now. And so nobody should sit back there and think that all of a sudden things are going to change. Exactly what happened to late Umaru Musa Adua is happening right now again. Okay, it's happening right now again, and every single one of us can see for ourselves that unless the change is put in place, we may not be able to save and to get this nation out of the current predicament. Because currently, as we speak, the issues that are on ground then are still the same thing. The issues that are on ground are still happening even right now. The issues that are on ground, okay, are still happening even right now. So unless something, miraculously change the course of what is happening in this nation, we just see, the gap is still there. Things keep going back to the same place, okay? Things keep going back to the same place, okay? We keep going back to the same circle. And so it's high time that we get on board and we bring about the change that is needed and that is important for us to, get this nation out of, out of the current dispensation, and the change become, everything that is needed. Okay. So this is what is happening. This is why every single one of us, okay, every single one of us must, every single one of us must bring about the change that is needed. Every single one of us must ensure that we work at it. Okay, so this is it. This is it. Please don't forget, you are important in the equation of things. You are very important, and so none of us should sit back there and think that things are suddenly going to fall in place, or the change is suddenly going to come. Every single one of us have something, have something, to offer. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can have all our latest news. It is important. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. From us, is bye for now. Bye-bye.